The retro-style Talman bass from Ibanez has been a consistently high-selling bass for some time. With its simple, no-nonsense looks, typical Ibanez playability, powerful two-band EQ and a pocket-friendly price tag, there's a lot to potentially enjoy. Let's check it out. First impressions are that this is a little similar to the Ibanez ATK models, and in terms of feel and playability, the comparisons are valid. Featuring a neck position split coil pickup and a single coil pickup in the bridge position, this mint green model sports a very rounded and curvaceous body styling, with a front chamfer and rear contour to aid comfort and playability. The rounded top horn is different, but could do with a slightly deeper cutaway to facilitate access to the upper frets, but the lower cutaway offers ample access. The 3-ply tortoiseshell scratch plate contrasts very well with the mint green colouring, as does the dark Yatoba fingerboard. The headstock styling is a little paddle-like, almost as if it was an afterthought, and there is some headstock bias both on and off a strap, although this isn't a major concern. Nevertheless, it's quite a pleasing bass to wear and has a substantial feel which will appeal to those players that like a bass with some substance to it. The player-friendly satin neck profile is a fairly standard rounded affair, comfortable but neither one extreme or another. The setup is pleasing enough, and with no sharp fret ends, the setup and level of finishing is relatively pleasing. With a 19mm string spacing and 41mm nut width, there is much to like. The horizontal jack socket is a novel touch, while the rest of the chrome hardware operates well and performs as required. This is a simply constructed bass without too many frills, but its usefulness lies in its simplicity. The 20 fret neck gives this bass a very comfortable vintage feel, and becoming accustomed to the neck takes no time at all. The bass as a whole is very comfortable to play no matter what your preferred playing style is. Slap, fingerstyle and pick playing all work very well. Acoustically, the bass has a fairly traditional sound, not overly lively, but the neck has an even response tonally and all 4 strings respond well across the whole neck. Plugging in, the bass has a warm rounded tone with the controls set flat, and panning between the pickups shows the familiar PJ tones we would expect from such a setup. Tonal extremes aren't particularly noticeable, but bringing the bass and treble EQ into play adds some much needed colour to the tones available. With a pair of stack controls, the control setup is simple and obvious, so alterations to your tone can be quickly made with little effort. Adding some bass EQ fattens the tone up no end, giving the overall tone some power and strength, particularly helpful in pushing the bass tone forward and giving it some presence. The treble EQ has a clear ringing quality that opens the overall tone up in a pleasing way. Note definition and articulation are much improved once added, and add a meaty thump with a clear bite in the upper register. Harmonics ring out clearly, and the initial note attack when using a pick stands out quite prominently. There's no disguising that this is an Ibanez bass, but as an alternative to the more familiar sound gear basses, this bass is a pleasant surprise in terms of what it can offer. There's no doubting that the Talman is a fine, simple bass and should be judged on its own merits. There's nothing complicated about it, and it performs very well for a bass in this price band. You could take this bass to any number of gigging situations and be satisfied that it won't let you down. It's solidly constructed, performs very well, and is comfortable to wear. Check one out. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Look out for more reviews here on The Bassist.